Dee's Logan's last year of high school, and she is so excited to get to go to college. It's her senior year, and she looks absolutely gorgeous. She did her hair this morning, and last night she laid all of her clothes out just to make sure that she had that perfect senior year first day of school outfit. Now, at the end of the day, it's been a little bit hectic. She's dealt with a little bit of drama. She spoke to her dad after she got done with class, and in speaking to him, it said, yeah, they're having a little bit of drama. But again, she was really worried more about what was going on senior year. She'd already picked out her prom dress, and she was already really looking forward to that. Now, before she got off the phone with her father, she'd said, hey, I'm on my way to go pick up my sister. Now, her dad really didn't worry too much about the drama because it was senior year. But the other thing is that he knew that Dee is one of the most level-headed girls over at that high school. So again, not too concerned. On her way to pick her sister up, things changed a little bit. So fast forward with me to the class of 2015 at the same high school. And Matt Logan, Deeja's father, is addressing the entire crowd of the class of 2015. When he starts speaking to them, a lump in his throat starts to form. He had to finish that story of what happened to his daughter that day. Now what had happened is that the drama that Matt didn't think was a big deal, and really Deej didn't think was a big deal either, had been a little bit more of a problem than she thought. She'd reached for her phone while she was driving to text her friend about it, just to kind of fill her in on the situation. Innocent, no problem at all. But what she didn't see was the bus that was parked in front of her, and she ran straight into it and died. All the lives that were around Deej were changed, and Deeja's life ended that day as well. And that was why Matt Logan had to speak to the class of 2015, begging them not to text and drive. Texting while driving should not cease in just the teenage population of drivers, but it should cease in the driving population as a whole. And Lubbock needs to implement a no texting while driving law and not wait for the state to do it. We need to do something about it. So today I want to discuss the nature of texting while driving, what repercussions there are for engaging in this activity, how to solve the pandemic, and then what each one of y'all can do yourselves to change the situation. So the nature of texting while driving, what is it? Well, besides just defining it as texting while driving, we can also say that it's also listening to the music, maybe sending a tweet out, something innocent. You're playing Angry Birds, you just want to do one more little swipe there. Very quick, no problem at all. But that is texting while driving because your eyes are no longer on the road, they're on something else to your side. So Teen Driver Source says that teens recognize that texting while driving is bad and that it's dangerous, and yet they do it anyway. So then we have to ask why. Why would they do it? Well, I think a lot of reasons is that teens tend to feel like they're invincible. I think that even at this age now, we tend to think that we're invincible. But the other thing is culture. You're constantly surrounded by the social network. You can find information like that. You can talk to your friends like that. And all of a sudden, we're asking you to get into a car where you're no longer surrounded by any of that, and you have to be by yourself. And many people, I think, find that to be a scary thing. So some statistics. 82% of Americans aged 16 to 17 own cell phones. Raise your hand if you own a cell phone. So this is a huge problem because not only is it just something that some people engage in, everyone engages in dealing with a cell phone. So it's so easy to have that in your car and just take a quick look at it. And like Deeja's life, your life could change forever as well. So the repercussions. DoSomething.org says that 5 seconds is the average amount of time that you have to spend in order to fully process what a text says. Not even responding. 5 seconds is just processing it. That's 5 seconds that your eyes are off the road. Now let's just say that you're going at 55 miles an hour down the street. Doesn't sound that fast, not too bad. It's not like 70 on an interstate highway. You're going 55. But 5 seconds going 55 allows you to go the distance of a football field without looking at the road. Now, would any of y'all let a friend blindfold y'all going 55 down the street for 5 seconds? I didn't think so. I wouldn't myself. It's dangerous. We can all acknowledge that's dangerous. So why would you put yourself in that same situation? Furthermore, teens who text and drive spend about 10% of their time in another lane. Now, I don't know about y'all, but in traveling south on University, those lanes over there are narrow, and I drive a Suburban. I nearly hit cars when I'm just driving down normally, and I'm not even texting. So for me to look down at my phone and start going around different lanes puts a lot of people at risk, and that's something that none of us should feel comfortable doing. So how do we solve this problem? TeenDriverSource.org interviewed several teenage students and asked them what would influence y'all in order to stop texting and driving. The first one was, okay, if I get caught, take my license away. That would stop. Okay? I think we can all agree that having your license taken away would definitely stop most of us from driving. The second one, insurance discount. You want to save a buck. I get that. We're college students. Everybody's poor. Number 3, a law against it. Now, I think that this is a really effective way. It hit the top 3, but we'll talk about this a little bit more. So as I said, I propose that Lubbock adopt laws to prohibit any cell phone use while driving for now. So what does this mean? I think that we should grandfather the whole process in rather than go ahead and say, okay, we're going to strip a license away, because that causes an issue. Most people are not aware of what's going on, and if we grandfather it in that way, people can become more familiar with the law in general. So my plan has actually been successful in Austin already, which is my hometown. You can have up to a $500 fine there if you are caught texting and driving. Now, there have also been several states that have implemented this, 46 actually, including Washington, D.C. What have they seen? Well, police have seen that there's a 5% reduction in fatality accidents aged 15 to 21 in those drivers when they're able to pull everybody over for texting and driving. They've seen an 11% drop in fatality rates in the ages of 15 to 21 when they're only pulling young people over. So clearly we're able to see that a law is actually going to change things for the better. Now, what can you personally do? This is where I call on y'all to actually do something. First off, stop texting and driving. It's as simple as that. Talk to your friends before getting in the car. Make sure that you're extremely clear with what your expectations are and that you're wanting everyone to be safe. Furthermore, you want to let everyone know why you're doing it. Don't be a hypocrite. You love them. You're wanting to share this with them. You don't want anyone's life to be ruined. So again, I say that texting while driving should cease. And not only the population of teenage drivers, but the population of drivers as a whole. And Lubbock needs to implement a no texting while driving law. And we need to do it soon. Now, I understand why you text and drive. It's hard to get away from social media. But in speaking of the nature of texting while driving, the repercussions, how to solve the pandemic, and how you can personally stop, I hope that you realize how important this issue is to saving lives. Matt Logan's not going to get to see Deej again. And that's unfortunate, and it could have been prevented. Deej was a good girl. I'm not saying she was a bad girl, but she made a bad decision. If all of us can get together and make these individual decisions for ourselves, then we can be successful and we can lower the rate of deaths due to texting while driving. I thank you all very much.